Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the issue of the concerns with the paging is program structure. How a program should be structured to need the operating system do all of its CPU utilization and throughput very smoothly and reliably. What are the systems of Linux and other operating system to provide this program structure that will be allocated inside the particular paging system? Paging and demand paging both should be very transparent to the users. Many times the users are not aware of the demand paging system that is provided by the operating system. But if the user is having an awareness that what kind of demand paging the system is having, then the design of the actual operating system performance would be done very smoothly. Say for an example, here we will take a look on the example of a C programming code which will allocate 120 words in a page and initialize all the words to 0. So here we are using a 128 by 128 bit array known as data whose words are to be initialized with 0 for the first time at all pages. Now here we can see that all of this data are stored in a row measure of that particular array. That first the 0 0, then 0 1, 0 2, again 1 0, 1 1, 1 2 until 128 0, 128 1 and 128 2, like this will be allocated first. So whenever we are allocating this memory, so we know that if there are less than 128 frames available to that particular pages, as all the words in a page is not allocated, like one word in each page is allocated first with the 0, next the next word is each page in allocated 0, and like this we move to this 128 bit. So whenever we are available within less than 128 frames, so a page fault of 128 into 128, that is 16384 of number occur. As we know, this is a very high number of page fault should be occurred and not using in the operating system. Now we are modifying this program structure to allocate and have a page fault less than 128. Now here we are storing all the data in a column measure form. That is, before moving to the next page, all words in a page will be initialized with 0 first. So together the page is accessed, next the page is accessed, and next another page is accessed. So like this way, if we are available with less than 128 frames, then only a page fault of number 128 will occur in this case. So before knowing the actual demand paging algorithm, if we have a structure to the user aware of that particular paging scheme, then it will be available with the user to provide a better structured kernel data equipment and both the user data equipment. Careful selection of the data structures and program structures can greatly affect the system performance, and hence we should select this like stack which has a good locality, that is access is always made to the top. But in contrast, if we select a hash table which has a very bad locality, that the entries are scattered throughout the entire memory. So now we are moving to the next part, that is other than these factors of the search speed, this paging and the search speed of that particular data structure along with this paging scheme to lower the page fault number and the number of pages in the working set of that particular reference. Now compiler and loader has also made a real significant changes in the operating system over the time. Now as we know that the metadata are now stored in the program structure, not within the kernel data structure, so we have to select carefully among this paging scheme that we need to choose and separate code and data and generate the reinterent data to have that only the read-only pages that should be modified and non-modified by this operating system and the operating system users. So the operating system can only modify and the users cannot modify this reiterant code. So whenever we are separating this kind of data with the reiterant code, then we are specifying the operating system to use only these privilege instructions and other instructions are being performed by the user. So if the users are not modifying these read-only pages, then clean pages no need to be paged out before replacement is done. Now the loader also places routine that should not be done on the page boundaries. Whenever we place the routines inside a page that will call each other very frequently, so it will reduce our access time. So it is different from the bin packaging system, which is packed with a variable size routines inside a fixed size page to minimize the number of interference time. So that is all for the program structure choice and selection between this operating system and users program structure. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe to Ekeeda.